This is the lift surfing adventure in Liverpool, and let's start this video off with a posh hotel with some EcoDisc MX20s that go 1.6 metre a second, and these lifts have two sets of doors, a main set of doors which are not glass and another set of doors that only stop at one floor, but the doors are glass and there's weird pictures that you can look at as the lift goes up the shaft. How weird! A lift with weird pictures in the shaft. I've just got to surf this. And this EcoDisc is sort of a crossover generation as the motor as the old generation MX20, not the MX20 Plus, but the VF drive is the newer NMX VF drive.
Going up.
Nice. Very nice. Big beefy. Now we go to the next lift, which is in a tall tower, which hasn't yet finished being built. The lifts are some 3 metre a second Schindler 5500s. We've just got to surf these. Whee! Oh, this lift's so nice. This is so nice. Whee! Oh, this lift is good. Floor 34? Oh, look at that. Pre-start. Nice. Now go 34 before it stopped, go 34 now.
34 now.
Should reverse. Should reverse straight. Has it stopped between floors?
Yeah?
It stops between floors when it reverses. No fucking way. It stopped between floors.
That's crazy.
Try again, press 4. I want to see it again. 4. Actually, maybe that's not stopped between floors.
No, it's at the floor level.
Yeah, is that a floor that time? Yeah, now it's going back down again. Whee! Okay, now 34. That's definitely stopped between floors. Look at position.
That time, yeah.
Stopped between floors. There's no... Wow. Wow. Fucking wow. No other lift would do that. No other model lift would ever do that.
You wouldn't dare, would it?
And now we go to a Reco dumbwaiter climbing lift. This lift is not for passengers, so let's ride it! Go, take it up.
Yeah, come on in.
And now we go to see the next building, which has two Schindler 4400s. This is my name for the slightly cheaper version of the 5400 and doesn't have a full chassis. The bigger of the two lifts is one of those weird Schindlers that's unsafe to stand on top. But let's look at the smaller one of the two lifts. But despite being smaller, this lift you can stand on top. This lift goes 1.6 meters a second. Lord 20.
Opening.
Standard stuff in your cabinet for 5400. Nice. Let's surf it! So weird, but so nice. That is the beefiest motor I've ever seen for a 600 kilogram lift. That is well over spec. That's massive for that little tiny lift. Smallest 5400 I've ever seen. It's nice though. I like it. And now go to the next tower, which has some really nice Schindler 5500s that go 2.5 meters a second.
Lift for fireman's use only. Fireman's operation. Returning to main floor. Please leave the lift for fireman's use only. Lift in fireman's operation. Returning to main floor. Door closing.
Please leave the lift. At least this voice says lift. Well, that's why I like your lift voice. Doesn't say elevator.
23. Door opening.
Let's surf it. And this notice here is a real sign of the times. Now we go to the Beetham Tower in Liverpool. Just like Manchester and Birmingham, Liverpool has a Beetham Tower, but not one Beetham Tower. Liverpool has two. One of the Beetham Towers is joined onto the Radisson as Otis lifts to match Radisson. The other one of the two Beetham Towers has the classic Beetham Tower lift, a 3.5 meter a second Schindler iconic with Dewhurst buttons. Well, no, the other one's a Beetham Tower, but this feels like a Beetham Tower. That's why I'm so confused. There's two Beetham Towers here. On top this lift, there's a surf guard. These surf guards are always switched off because they always trigger false positives, so we could have surfed it, but we decided it was best not to surf it just in case. But looking back, we should have surfed it because the surf guard was obviously turned off. Oh, that's disappointing. Now we go to the next building, which is where the other one of the two Beetham Towers is, with the Radisson Blue Hotel below the Beetham Tower. This Radisson Blue Hotel has Otis Gen2s, although these are the older version of the Gen2, which is a lot better built than the modern day rubbish shitty Gen2s. These lifts are not glass, but if we take a look at the atrium, notice there's glass windows in the shaft, despite the lifts not being glass. That's weird. We've just got to surf these. That is so fucking weird. It's glass.
Okey.
Now we go to the next hotel, which is the Mercure Hotel. This has some older lifts which have sadly been modernised.
Doors closing. Twelfth floor.
These lifts have some custom Stentergate recordings.
First floor, Vista Bar and Restaurant. Second floor, Main Hotel Bar, The View Bar. Ground floor, Reception and Meeting Room.
And I've just realised something. Now on Travelators you get a voice that goes, "Caution, you are approaching the end of the conveyor." That voice is Stentergate. How have I been a lift enthusiast for this many years and only just realised that? And now I go to Hotel Indigo, which has some modern ThyssenKrupp lifts. And now we go to Crown Plaza. This has some Otis lifts, but luckily they're not crappy Gen 2s and nice Otis 2000s. Let's surf them! And now go along to some weird older lifts which have been modernised but still has some interesting features to them. And we managed to get into the motor room.
Oh, that's a bit not what I expected.
What is that?
Weird looking.
And now to the next hotel.
Please mind the doors.
Let's surf it. What the fuck's that oiler? What have I seen that for? Now I go to an EcoDisc MX20 that goes 1.6 meters per second. Let's surf it. Nice.
Going down.
And now to the next hotel, which is the Liner Hotel, which is a boat hotel, but not an actual boat hotel. It's not a boatel. It's the other meaning of a boat hotel, which is just a regular hotel made to look like a boat, except it doesn't look like a boat. That's a shit boat hotel. And if you look at their flags, oh no, they're nationalists! Blech! The lifts in this hotel are old Otis lifts that have been modernised by Otis. Oh, a vending machine. I want to get something to eat, and at the same time I buy some crisps. I want to inject myself with heroin at the same time. Oh no, it's got a blue light. Now I can't inject myself with heroin at the same time as choosing my crisps. Oh dear. And here we've got an Otis mod.
An Otis mod. Woo! Quite an efficient startup though.
7th floor.
Oh, indicator doesn't work.
God's sake.
Rear doors opening.
Free door.
Deck 1 up to deck 6. It thinks it's a boat, even though this building doesn't look anything like a boat. Is this the worst boat hotel? When I say boat hotel, I mean a hotel that looks like a boat rather than literally a boat hotel. This is the worst one I've ever seen because it looks nothing like a boat. And now we go to Vendex Tower, which has some epic Mitsubishi lifts. These go 1.6 meters a second. The doors on this lift have a weird mechanism as the door rollers are below the door and you open them up from the bottom of the door, which is weird. In Liverpool, there is a lot of Gen 2s, and I haven't included most of them in the video because Gen 2s are boring and not worth filming. I'm just filming this one to give an example of how bad modern day Gen 2s are. They're so nastily cheap.
Doors closing.
This building was interesting because part of the building had been finished when other parts of the building were still a building site. That's weird. Now we go along to the Britannia Hotel, and I love Britannia hotels because they were like posh back in the 80s and in the modern day, and somewhat run down in places, while in other places still trying to be really posh, catering to the old person market, and very weird hotels. Sadly, the main lifts have been replaced with Aronas.
What's the point in having to do panel?
Not what we wanted from Britannia.
Oh.
Doors closing.
This is an Arona as well. Didn't even shit to Arona in the last one.
And the service lift is an old Otis lift that's been modernised but is still fairly interesting.
Floor lift
Otis. Let's surf it. And now I got along to an Otis lift which has older indicators like it's an 80s Otis, but it seems to have the bog standard Otis mod logic, which was disappointing as I was hoping it'd have Europa logic. And now we go to the shopping centre. The lifts in the shopping centre are only Gen 2s, but what's interesting about them is they've got some custom Drewscove announcements.
Going down. Please stand clear of the closing doors. Mind the doors, please. Doors opening. Level 4, upper shopping. Mind the doors, please. Doors opening. Level 5, the top, guard, restaurant and cinema. Please stand clear of the closing doors. Mind the doors, please. Doors opening. Level 4, upper section. Please stand clear of the closing doors. Mind the doors, please. Doors opening. Level 3, shopping and shop mobility. Please stand clear of the closing doors. Mind the doors, please. Doors opening. Level 1, parking. Mind the doors, please. Doors opening. Level 5, the park, bar, restaurant and cinema.
Good idea.